A new anonymous White House official is taking aim at the first unknown op-ed writer following the release of the anti-Trump official's new book. One America's Marty Golingan takes us through the new author's hit piece.
An anti-deep state White House official writes an op-ed for the Daily Caller, calling out the anonymous White House staffer who is profiting off unsubstantiated claims in a new book called A Warning. The new unidentified person, referred to only as the senior official, writes, quote, "There is nothing honorable about this anonymous author. It would be honorable to serve and carry out the agenda of the president. It would be honorable to resign on principle rather than serve an agenda he disagrees with. He does neither, making him both a coward and a traitor." The new author then claims, quote, "A group of us who took our oath early in the administration have narrowed the author down to 3 men who maintain false allegiances with unsuspecting insiders. The saboteur is frustrated, though, because his access is not as frequent now." The pro-Trump official proceeds to slam the so-called administration mole, saying the person's primary motivation is ego, then address the individual's, quote, "adoring obsession with the State Department." The writer said, quote, "He believes we should leave government to his cocktail hour intellectuals and career bureaucrats, not the president. He warns us that the president is at risk of delivering on his promise to close major portions of our incestuous capital. Thank God." They added, quote, "The president's biggest mistake was putting his trust in a few bureaucrats to staff his administration." The piece goes on to defend Trump political appointees, saying many are, quote, "isolated or marginalized. If one really follows the president's agenda by ending wasteful cyclical programs, a coordinated attack ensues with wild allegations. They are harassed and targeted, and career officers tell incredulous stories to Congress and leak lies to the media, while appointees are not allowed to defend the agenda." The opinion editorial goes on to accuse the career Foreign Service officers who testified in the public impeachment hearings of, quote, "selectively remembering conversations they heard someone overhear, yet their claims are actually considered credible. There will be more. Many of us are threatened regularly for our support for the president's agenda, while saboteurs obstruct our constitutional governance."
It didn't feel like I was...
Yeah, I was presuming. I assumed that I was presuming.
It was my assumption.
I just assumed it would be pure, guesswork on my part, speculation. I don't know.
The op-ed concludes by saying, quote, "The traitor's book is nothing novel. People like him will continue to serve the corrupt elite Washington establishment, and people like me will continue to work quietly against him. Our author threatens a mass walkout, and the president threatens a shutdown. Could we be so lucky to have both?" The senior official then touts, quote, "If anything, our president has proven again that big government fails, despite a bloated, ineffective bureaucracy and an obstructionist resistance. Because Trump put America first, the American people are doing better than ever." It ends advocating for another government shutdown, praising the previous closure earlier this year because it cut billions from the budget and proved the government can operate better at 10% capacity than at 100% performance. It continues saying, quote, "Aside from the military, national security, and border security, we should send federal employees home and this time don't bring them back. Unlike our mole, people like me will gladly serve without pay to see it through and put ourselves out of jobs that would not exist in the first place." The pro-Trump anonymous closes out his piece, urging President Trump to, quote, "shut the swamp down and give government back to the people." Marty Golingan, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.